Welcome back in to Rime and the Frostmaiden. When last we left you guys, you had infiltrated into the fortress of Zardok Sunlight. After traveling here, hearing about and learning through your adventures through the 10 towns about his terrible plot, gathering pieces of a substance known as Chardolin, used to create a mechanical, what you have learned, this dragon made out of this magical crystalline substance that has been built with the explicit purpose to bring destruction down upon the 10 towns. You learned from a rival devilish cult that Zardok is following what he believes is the will of Deep Dura, his Dwergar god, and but this cult of Levistus that you encountered with the knights, the dark knights of the crystal shards, basically told you that Levistus had told them that this was secretly another archdevil that was telling Zardok what to do. Anyways, he and his two brothers, his two sons, Nildar and Dirth, the two brothers, had been actively gathering these pieces of crystalline material. You made your way through the spine of the world, only being distracted slightly by the temple to the shrine to the frost giant god Thrym, and the treasures within, where you found the horn of blasting after passing the test. You finally made your way to Zardok's Keep, where you've entered into the upper levels. On the upper levels, you have discovered that there is some dissent within the ranks. In fact, the captain of Zardok's guard has been arrested upon suspicion of treason. There are several of the Dwergar who have apparently pledged allegiance to another visiting Dwergar dignitary, who, by the name of Grandolfa, who apparently is chief of the Musgard clan, who Zardok had invited to his keep in order to forge an alliance in the future conquering of the 10 towns. Grandolfa Musgard, you encountered her slurping upon her Musgard brew and other quite disgusting things inside of Zardok's dining room, did not immediately attack you and had her guards lower their weapons, and told you that she was not a fan of Zardok's harebrained plot, and in fact she felt like she could convince a sizable portion of Zardok's loyal followers to follow her instead. She basically said if the tables look like they're turning on Zardok, she would aid you. Otherwise, she intends to maintain her coy plot for the time being. You learned that let me tell you what all she told you, because she gave you some information that you might not remember. She doesn't know where Zardok is in the fortress. She told you that Zardok has programmed his Chardolin dragon to follow a prearranged flight plan. You determined this when you saw the map room where the small Chardolin dragon that now Harkus is carrying with him moved along a pre-planned flight. You learned that Zardok was capturing Underdark monsters that he planned to unleash on the Icewind Dale after they had been mostly destroyed by the dragon from above. And he had captured something called a Myconid sovereign and was using its spores to reanimate corpses of some of these monsters and things. So he has an army of both living Underdark monsters and undead Underdark monsters. He's proposed an alliance between him and the Musgard clan to conquer the 10 towns, and Grandolf is entertaining it, but hasn't agreed to this harebrained scheme. And given time, she thinks she can turn most of the Sunblight Dwergar against him. Several of them have already pledged their loyalty. You learned that in the chamber below, you sort of asked tactics. There are 4 guard towers, and she has at least 1 agent in each of the guards that surround the forge. And in the barracks surrounding it, there are, I think, I want to be accurate for you, tell you what you know. There are like 15 Dwergar, and about 10 of them are secretly pledged to Grandolfa. And near one of the elevators, she told you that that would be the westernmost elevator. There are 2 elevators that go up and down throughout this entire complex. At the bottom, 2 of the guards in that room are also pledged, apparently, to Grandolpha. That's what you know. She doesn't know what else is in where Zardoc is or what else is going on down there. In Zardoc's personal chambers, you encountered a Chardalin Shride to Deep Dura, and a trunk that was poisoned and trapped that nearly took a couple of you out. But inside it, you found scrolls with sequences of numbers that some of you realized seemed like they were combinations to something. You then explored Neldar and Dirth's rooms and found, and I quote, I believe you were in Dirth's room. You found Dirth's best friend, who is a mimic, a chest that he carries with him that, and I quote, the trunk is Dirth's longtime companion. It attacks anyone else that disturbs it. A bit of a cheese monster. But that's where we find you all now, is in Dirth's quarters in the upper portion of Zardoc's Keep. Okay. I'm going to take you there now. And Jonathan, I'll get your character there as well in just a moment. Jonathan, your character has been with them the entire time, but you have had, like, your mind has just been flooded with visions of this alien craft that has been speaking to you in your mind, such that it has been very hard for you to, like, concentrate on anything. So Yatara is just Yatara's mind has been really full of, like, space whales lately.
Space whales. Same whales, different day.
Yeah. You all are here. And the mimic trunk is dead in front of you. Did I tell you what was in the trunk last time? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay. Since you have killed it, inside of the trunk there is a ceramic jug of wine, and there is a rolled up piece of paper bearing a charcoal sketch of a Dwergar woman that appears, that has written beneath it in Undercommon. I'll just tell you what it is. It says Mother. It's quite a stern looking Dwergar woman. She looks like a Dwergar man. Very similar. Yes,
At this point, I'm trying to figure out if I can skin the mimic.
You are entirely obsessed with pelts. It's very sticky as you're trying to, like, scrape your knife along the edge of it, and just bits of goo are getting stuck to your knife, and your knife is getting sucked in, and you're finding that it is... the mimic sort of, like, loses its shape like a chest as it's dead. It's really just sort of like a pile of goopy goo. And, yeah.
I'm going to kick the chest.
Your foot sticks to it. Your foot is stuck to it.
Well, not much I can do about that.
Well, this is my life now.
I'm going to try and drag this box out of the room with me.
You're okay. You can drag it along. Are you trying to pull your foot out of the chest, or are you trying to drag the...
Yeah, I'll try and pull my foot off the chest.
All right.
It's not like in the chest, it's just on the chest.
Roll
the chest itself.
Just roll me a d20 right now. A luck roll.
All right.
Okay, you managed to get your foot out, and your shoe comes with you. I really wanted you to roll less than 10, and I was going to have your shoe dissolve inside of the your boot dissolve inside of the mimic's goop and make you walk around with one boot.
Just my pimp walk, Jeff. Just my pimp walk.
So that Harkus would be like everywhere he goes.
Pimp walking, getting those pelts.
You got your boot. All right.
Okay, good.
So you guys are still in the room here or heading out? The only other things in the room, plain stone bed, a stone trunk, and there are 4 unlit braziers. And you found the drinking keg and the rolled up picture of Mom. So what are you guys doing? Heading back out into the hall?
How are we all looking in terms of resources and HP and all that jazz?
Guitar is looking great.
A little rough.
Fit as a fiddle.
You know what? I think I want to institute a new mechanic that for every session you miss, your character takes a level of exhaustion.
Be good.
That sort of would be interesting, wouldn't it? For like each time you're not there, you get progressively more exhausted. Miss 5 sessions in a row and you're just dead.
Or maybe for every session you miss, you gain the well-rested feat where you have advantage on every roll the next session.
Oh, I
See-
like that one much better.
That's cool.
Hmm.
I think we
We'll
need
roll-
to democracy this.
I think I'm going to roll that way with Strahd. I have not run it that way this campaign, but I think I'm going to run that way with Strahd. Each
Or
player
you
misses
just roll to see what you get, right? Either exhaustion or advantage when you come back.
Ooh, that's kind of interesting.
Oh, like a wheel or woe thing.
Yeah.
All right. You roll a d20. If you get a 20, you get advantage. If you get anything else, you're exhausted.
So the reason I was curious is whether this might be a good place to take a bit of a quick breather, or a long breather, or not.
I'm not opposed to that.
Taking a short rest?
Mhm.
Yeah, that might not be a terrible idea.
I would greatly benefit from one.
And what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, death, destruction, dismemberment. Do you know how, like, in some games, it's like you cannot rest here, enemies are too close? Yeah, you can rest anywhere. You can rest anywhere you want to. Taking a short rest here.
Yeah,
How are you?
Zarya's fine, so she'll keep watch while they're resting.
Okay. How are you keeping watch? And where are you guys resting? Are you going to stay in Dirth's room here?
Seems defensible.
Only one way in, one way out.
Yeah, I don't think I would have the doors like propped all the way open, but like cracked enough so that I could see out a little bit and like hear into the hallway.
Okay. Yeah. You just hear the sounds of the elevators clanking up and down in the distance. Eventually, Grandolfa, I think, is finishing up her meal, so you sort of hear them maybe packing up and moving to wherever her quarters would be in this place. I'm gonna move them. So you do hear the sounds of like moving, and you hear Grandolfa giving orders around to like her people. So I'm gonna move them to where they would be going. This map is way too big. Yeah, so you hear them pass by as they're leaving. Other than that, you don't hear much. What is everybody else doing? for your rest period, what are you guys doing? Just patching wounds, burning hit die?
Yeah, I'm rebuilding pieces of myself as I am dang near destroyed.
Okay. So yeah, you hear the sound. The only thing you hear as you're keeping watch is the sounds of Grandolpha passing by. And she seems to go by your door, Zarya. You have it cracked open where you can see, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. If you're trying to peer out, roll me perception real quick, Zarya. We'll see what you can see through the cracked doors as Grandolpha's. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, you are able to see really well and not be detected. Grandolpha has a crew of a couple of Dwergar guards and her little pseudo-dragon. And she passes by and she heads through a door to the south, directly south of the room that you're in. And it opens up, and you can see inside that room is an elevator chamber very similar to the one that you've previously seen. And she, like, in her retinue, get on that elevator, and as it is coming and heading downwards. So she heads downwards on that elevator in the room directly to the south of you. Which is not the elevator she told you that her men, her people had taken upon them, but
Okay.
but yeah. All right, an hour passes. You guys are able to refresh everything that you would with a short rest, and you are not accosted. So that's the information you gathered. You saw Grandolpha and her retinue go by, and they went to the elevators directly to the south of you. So you've had a short rest. So what do now? What does Cadillac want to do?
I think it's time to sort of wander out here and see what
Okay.
we can do.
As you exit the room, Cadillac, you see the double doors to the south that Zarya said that Grandolpha went through, and there's another set of doors to the directly to the east, and then there's the way you came to the west, with the dining room that Grandolpha was in, and the area open to the forge below that was barred off, and the westernmost elevator, and Zardok's room, and the upper guard room.
And the doors just to the end here we have not yet explored.
No, you've not.
Let us explore. Make sure that we leave no stone unturned.
Okay. You open said doors, and heavy stone door creaks open. And inside the room, you see another plain stone bed, and there is what appears to be a stone trunk. And mounted on the walls are the heads of a bunch of various creatures. There's the head of what looks like some sort of ogre, the head of like a carrion crawler, and then there's the head of, they're mostly like Underdark creatures. So there's a Quaggoth, and you're able to see, well, you might not know what it would be, but there's the head of a hooked horror. Yeah. So the heads of a bunch of creatures, stone bed, and a stone chest. And
So are these heads like taxidermied?
yes,
Oh dear.
they're like taxidermied heads.
I immediately take them off the wall and
Start
try
trying
to
to pin them.
hide. Yeah.
Okay, so actually it tells you what they all are, so I'll tell you what they are. There's a Grick, a Kuatoa fish person, a Troglodyte, a Terion, and there is a male drow. Like an elf, dark elf head, and a crag cat head.
So I'm gonna go to the crag cat immediately and try to remove the
Try to. Okay. All right. Roll me survival as you're going to try to skin the scalp of the crag cat. See how good it comes off. The taxidermied scalp.
roll what?
I don't know. Hell, survival.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's survival. You do a bad job. You just get like a toupee-sized piece of fur.
And that satisfies me.
Yep, you have a toupee-sized piece of fur from the taxidermied head of this crag cat.
It'll make a nice coaster.
Yes. For my coat of mini pelts.
Yep.
Do I notice anything about the bed itself? Any
It's made out of solid stone. Are you
compartments or anything?
There is a stone chest there. Are you I don't know, stone cunning the bed?
If there's a chest, I'll investigate the chest, but out of a sense of caution, I'm going to do it from 5 feet away, and I'm going to attempt to lift the lid with the tip of the lance. Or is it locked?
Just describe to me what you do. You reach over there with the lance and poke the chest and lift the lid,
I try to get the tip of the lance and like wedge it in between, because I'm a little bit cautious after prior experiences with chests in this place. So
Right.
I'll attempt to open it, but like at a distance.
Right. So what happens is your lance sticks to the chest, and the chest pulls it in and roll initiative. No, I'm just kidding. And everybody roll initiative. Haha, you didn't think there would be 2 mimics, but there were 2 mimics. It's made out of solid stone. Roll strength to lift it up.
Okay.
See if this dumb plan happens.
Give me just a jiffy. And not a strength save, but
Yeah, just strength.
it is not letting me click on just a regular strength and beyond for some reason.
I don't know. What is your strength score?
+3.
So just roll me a d20 plus 3.
So the same thing would be nature. That doesn't seem right.
Just roll a 20. We can do math. The old way. Don't tell me about the old magic, how you used to have to roll the dice and add a number.
There we go.
Okay, with a 20.
Okay, so a 20.
Yeah, with a 20, you're able to open the lid. I mean, I was going to break your lance.
Thank goodness. Although it's
yeah,
like, all things considered, it's not a good weapon. I just use it in very specific circumstances.
Yeah, you're able to lift the lid off, and it falls off, and there's open chest there made out of stone.
Okay, so I guess I peer inside.
There's an axe in there.
Ooh. I attempt to lift it out,
Okay.
and I hear a click.
I'm sorry, it's not an axe. I apologize. It's not an axe. It is a hammer. There is a war hammer in there, no axe. Apologies.
Ooh.
The hammer is made out of what looks like solid stone. It is a pretty thing. It's got some symbology on the side of it, and you're able to pick it up. And when you pick it up, it certainly feels lighter than it looks.
I already have a weapon that I'm really happy with, so I turn around and say, this looks like a really fine weapon. Would somebody like to take a gander at it?
That's a
Or I
warhammer,
could
not
put
a
it- I-
mace.
Yeah,
Or
it's
I
a
could put it
warhammer.
back.
I can take a look at it.
Yeah, I can't do much with a warhammer, so
Mhm.
Yeah, it feels nice in your hand, Zarya, but it's got Dwarvish on it. And do you speak Dwarvish, Zarya?
I do not.
I can read
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah, what's this gibberish?
It says something about like crushing your enemies with fleeting blows, and like bringing, it's dwarven poetry. It's really quite bad. I'm not sure that that he wants to repeat it all, but it's this like dwarvish poem about crushing the skulls of your enemies.
Okay.
It says that this will be really good at hitting things. I say with a chuckle.
I lift up my axe and say, this is very good with hitting things.
Well, now you can dual wield.
Her eyes just light up. All right, it's just a warhammer, right?
It's a warhammer. Yep. You keeping it?
Sure. If nobody else can use it or wants it, yeah, she'll take it.
You can mark down very finely crafted dwarven warhammer.
Grabthar's hammer.
The poetry does describe that it has been named before. It is in fact named Grabthar. No, I'm just kidding. Who's Grabthar? No idea. Is that from? That's a reference. I don't know.
Galaxy Quest.
Okay.
That's Alan Rickman's character. Says,
Yeah.
Whatever. By Grabthar's hammer, you will be avenged, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if there's a dwarven hammer name generator. There is. Boy, fantasynamegenerator.com has everything. There is a dwarven hammer name generator, and we'll call this one Misery's End.
That doesn't sound poetic at all.
Is that a good thing?
How about Stormbreaker?
I like Misery's End. It's got a nice ring to it.
There we go. I did
I
too.
agree.
All right. There were other ones. There was
No, Misery's Ends is good.
Misery's End. Yep. Yeah. As far as you can tell, as you're holding it, Zarya, it's just a warhammer.
Okay.
All right. That's all you find. And you have a Mark Cragcat toupee. Take inspiration for role-playing your insanity for pelts maximally.
I'm just glad I didn't try and skin the drow.
I mean, I'm just going to assume that you did. That's part of the inspiration.
I'm at least walking around and inspecting all of them.
Yeah, deciding which ones could be skinned. I don't know. Maybe you could, maybe you're able to skin the Grimlock. Probably not. All right. Okay. So that's all you see in that room. Heading back out of there.
I think so.
Okay. The Periton you could definitely skin. That's like a stag bird thing, right?
Like a prehistoric bird or something?
It's like a half stag, half bird mythologic thing.
Oh, I've got all kinds of fur and feathers now.
Yeah. You're like a primordial dinosaur with your proto feathers and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. You're back in the hallway. You've basically explored every room with the exception of the room directly to your south that Zarius All Grandolphus retinue go through.
So do we want to go through that one?
Up to you
Sounds
guys.
good to me.
All right. If you open those doors, you open the doors, and I'll describe what you see on the inside. Inside that room, there are braziers of glowing hot coals that stand in the corners of this room, working to offset the cold air that flows through the arrow slits on the south wall. Scattered around the room are several training dummies made of wood and sackcloth, as well as 4 freestanding suits of plate armor. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room contains an elevator shaft with chains running up and down it. And as you enter the room, you can hear the chains running much more powerfully. So the braziers aren't going. The chains are in constant motion. You hear loud mechanical noises from high above and below. 4 suits of armor.
I'd like to investigate the suits of armor.
Okay. How are you investigating them?
I'm just going to sort of walk up to them and sort of look closely at them.
It's fairly finely made armor. It's plate mail. You think that you've looked at armor before, right?
Yes.
It would fit you. It's expensive. Like, plate mail is expensive stuff. Hard to get on and hard to get off. Would take time to put it on. But nice stuff. But it's interestingly, there's like damage to it where like it's been struck before, so by weapons and things. As you're sort of looking at it.
There like a helmet on this thing?
There is.
Can I just like lift the visor of the helmet and see if there's anything in there?
Yes. As you lift the visor of the helmet, you don't see anything in it at all. However, as you do that, a hand from the suit of armor reaches up and grabs your wrist. And then, as you do that, all of the suits of armor begin to move, and they all draw weapons, moving directly towards you all, and moves to strike at you. So this is that time in the game where you're going to be rolling initiative here in just a second. Let me get the tracker, make sure it's cleared. All right, you can roll initiative as it's come after you.
Yes!
That's some good initiative for Leonard, finally. Let me get all their initiatives in. All right. They move to attack you as it grabs at you. Up first is Leonard.
Okay. I've got no, I can't use my whatchamadoozit on these. They are constructs though, right?
Seem to be. You're an artificer and they seem kind of constructy to you.
Okay. I am going to I'm gonna firebolt the nearest one.
Okay. That is a miss.
That is a miss, because it's a suit of armor.
It is. Anything with your bonus action or movement or anything?
No, I'm just gonna sit there.
Okay. The one nearest you, Harkus, is reached up, grabbed your wrist, and tries to slam you into the ground. And it rolls a 6. And it does it again, and it rolls an 18. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
All right. So the 18 does 6 bludgeoning damage. And it doesn't say you're prone or anything. So you're just, it slams you. Like it slams its gauntlet fist into you for 6 bludgeoning. Up next is the one nearest you, Leonard, who steps up at you that you firebolted at it, and it tries to slam you. 13 and 17.
Yep, those will both do it.
Both
If it
hits.
beats, it beats.
That is 10 bludgeoning damage as it waylays on you. 10 bludgeoning total. Waylays on you with its fists. Zarya, you're up.
Okay. I'll close my eyes for a moment. And as soon as they open, they're bright, and I will glance at Harkus and Cadillac and Leonard, and I will bless you. You have a D4 to attack rolls and saving throws for the next minute. That's concentration. And I'm gonna back up for now. And I don't have a bonus action I want to use, so.
Okay. Harkus, you're up.
All right. I will take my staff and swing at the one next to me.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
That's a big miss.
And I will swing at him again with the same thing.
So you were +9 to hit? That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
What is your strength?
21. I have the
Oh, that's why.
belt of hill giant strength.
Oh my god. So you have +4 from that, and then this weapon is a +1, so that's 5. And then your proficiency bonus is 3, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So you should be +8 to hit.
Oh wait.
There's apparently a bug with D&D Beyond, and anyway, it's still a
Yeah.
lot.
I don't know.
21
I don't
hits.
have that bug.
Okay.
Yeah, that does 14 damage.
And then I will a flurry of blows him.
Okay. That's a miss. It's also a miss.
You do have a D4 to attack rolls if you would like. You're blessed.
Oh, yeah. Totally. D4 your flurry of blows. All right, which one are you adding the 4 to?
15 first.
That makes it a hit.
Okay.
Okay. I need to move you so I can do its damage real fast. Yeah, that's 8 damage. And can he only do that once, or is it to all attack rolls?
I'm not totally clear, to be honest. I just put it in chat.
Oh, it's to all.
Yeah.
Whenever the target makes an attack roll or a saving throw, yeah. So roll a d4 again, and then add to that 16. That'll make that a hit. All right. That suit of armor is punched real good. It is the one next to Cadillac Granite Guts now, who slams into him. 21 to hit you, Cadillac.
Yep.
That is 5 bludgeoning. The other attack misses. So you take 5 bludgeoning damage. Yatara, you're up.
You can cast Magic Missile on the one that's next to Arcus.
Okay. Describe to me how the armor is destroyed, because it is destroyed.
It just shatters into 100 pieces.
Yeah. Like bits and pieces of unusable plate mail now fall to the ground and just shatter everywhere. Cadillac, you're up.
Okay. I am going to make a couple of swings here with Dust Crusher.
Okay.
And bam bam.
Wow, both of those hit.
Yes.
Was that one-handed or two-handed? You're plus 10 to hit. That's insane.
Yes.
Were you swinging one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
Okay. One-handed it is. 17. The armor takes big hits, but it's still there. Any movement or anything?
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna stick around.
Okay. The other animated armor is going to move over at Harkus and try to slam Harkus. That's a critical miss. And then the next one is a 19 for 5 bludgeoning damage. Leonard, you're up.
All right. Leonard is going to again take aim at the one that is now right up in my face. Let me see. A 10-foot radius centered on that point. Okay. Well, okay, I don't want to do that because that's only going to hit me and it.
I mean, you could center a point like here and hit Cadillac and it.
Well, right. It's me or an ally and it. So
you could actually get 2 of them and Cadillac.
Boo.
I'm just going to do Firebolt.
That hits.
13 fire damage, and also, because I'm casting it through my handy-dandy wand of goodness, I add some amount.
Okay.
I add a D8 to it.
Oh, nice.
20 damage total.
Holy cow. The armor is charred black with soot and like bits of the leather strapping hold it together as pieces of it sort of drop off as that sort of burns up. It's going to try to slam you into the ground now, or slam at you, Leonard. That's a 20 and a 13.
Those will both hit.
So the first one, the 20, does 3 bludgeoning, and the 13 does 3 bludgeoning for 6 bludgeoning total.
Okay, not so bad.
Nah. They're training dummies. Zarya.
All right. I will attempt to toll the dead on the one that's closest.
Okay.
It is a wisdom saving throw.
What is the damage type?
It is necrotic.
Okay. Are there any stipulations about the thing needs to be able to hear you, see you, or anything like that?
It does not say that. It
Okay.
just says that I have to see them.
14.
A 14 fails. And this one has taken damage, correct?
Correct.
Increases. We are at 6 levels, so that is now 2d12.
Okay. More and more pieces of it drop off and start to fall.
Okay.
Still there. Arcus.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll definitely hit.
That's pitiful.
Does 7 damage. And yeah. Now the Staff of Withering also does 2d6 necrotic.
Oh, okay.
So you're not getting your 2. Or you just got 6 there. I'll have to look at your
Yeah,
it is
it's the way that it's in there. It just adds
yeah.
like 6.
The 11 misses.
That was the damage.
Oh, okay.
The
That's the
attack
11.
was a 26.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, that'll do it. All right. Give me the 2d6 then.
So it did 11 and then 6.
Okay. All right, it's still there.
I guess I don't know. I don't know what it's doing.
We'll work
So
on
it's
it.
1d8
Plus 6.
plus 2d6.
Yes.
So
yeah,
still 11.
Same.
Okay.
This one is on top of Granite Guts, and it's going to slam Granite Gut. Yeah, you can
strike him.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Yep, that hits. That breaks it. Punch its head off. Leave a giant dent in the helmet as you like thwacked it. Granite Guts, it rolls a 12, which I assume misses,
That does misses.
and a 20.
That unfortunately does not misses.
4 damage. 4 bludgeoning. Yatara is up.
I'm just gonna pop the one that's by Leonard with a firebolt.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
That's not going to do it. It's like Leonard make a dex save.
Okay. Oh no, that's a
Those are dex save. I was just kidding about the dex saving. You get out of the way of that fireball. I would not fumble test you. Cadillac, you're up. Unless Guitar is doing something with her bonus action, or moving or anything.
I'm just gonna step up just a smidge. But other than that, that's it.
Okay. Then Cadillac, you're up.
Okay. I enabled the dice in D&D Beyond, and I think I broke something or something. It's doing a bunch of stuff now.
Well, just tell me what you would do, Cadillac Granite Guts.
Well, I mean, I swung with Dust Crusher twice.
Oh, okay. There are a lot of Dust Crusher swings there.
Yeah,
20
yeah, that's just it. It did a bunch of additional stuff, and I don't quite understand why.
All right, well, the 24 hits, and the 24 is going to be enough to destroy this thing. So describe to me how Dust Crusher crushes this suit.
I guess the metal just flies into shards.
Okay.
Just disintegrates.
And lastly, Leonard, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit this with my Mace of Smiting. Did that roll?
Yep, that's a crit. Just
So
describe to me how. Just tell me how the Mace of Smiting destroys it. What happens?
So, Mace of Smiting deals an extra 14 bludgeoning damage if it's a construct when I roll a 20.
It is. So you dropped a godforsaken nuclear bomb on the thing.
Okay, so yeah, I hit it for 25 points of anti-construct damage.
It explodes into just like little bits. It disintegrates. It literally disintegrates into like small pieces.
For those of you watching at home, I think that was Leonard's first successful melee attack of the campaign.
Yeah, I think it may have been.
As Harkus sees this, he screams out, "My metal hide!"
Yeah.
Anything's a hide if you're brave enough.
All the metal hides are destroyed. And they all fall down to the ground. There's shards of broken metal and pieces of armor suit lying around the room now. All of it entirely destroyed and useless. The elevator in the center of the room periodically raises all the way up and then starts going all the way back down to a floor above you and then lowers it down to a floor below you. That's all else that's in this room here.
Is the elevator back up yet?
I mean, whichever direction you want to ride it. If you want to ride it up, you can wait till it's up, or if you want to ride it down, you can wait till it starts going down. Yes, you just tell me what you would want to do.
Never stops.
Yeah, it never stops. It just goes all the way to the top and then all the way to the bottom, and you step on whenever direction it's going you want to go.
Yeah. Having heard about the dragon heart and assuming that it's some kind of a pelt, I'm all about getting down and trying to find this thing.
Were we told which elevator to take? Was it this one or the other one?
Does anybody have the keen mind feat?
We were told which elevator to take and which one was closer to what stuff than the other one. But I got my east and my west confused.
Yeah, your DM reminded you at the intro to this.
Yep.
I think it was the other one. I don't think it was this one.
I kind of think it was the other one as well.
I think.
I mean, you do whatever you want.
I think you're going to have a hard time convincing Harkus to not go down this one.
This is not the first elevator we came to, though, right? This is the second one we came to.
This is the second one.
Yeah, I seem to recall that the first elevator was the one to take, the western elevator, but I don't remember why. I think it was closer to the forge, which is where the dragon heart is.
I call down the hallway, Harkus, I think I see some pelts down here. And I just point down the hallway and I said, I saw him go that way.
Yeah,
Leonard is already in the next elevator room. There is goodberry juice on the ground. In the goodberry juice, you see 2 sets of footprints that have stepped in the goodberry juice and seem to have gotten on the elevator. So as the elevator comes by, there are little bits of goodberry juice in the shape of what look like Dwergar footprints on it.
And can I tell from the footprints whether they got on going up or down?
Well, it's the same elevator going both up and down.
Well, I know, but I'm thinking if they stepped on.
Tell me how you would know.
So I would think if it's just going up and down, if they stepped on the side going up, I would see footprints on like the top side.
No. Think like this. Think it is like a Mario platform. So the platform goes.
Oh, so it's not like a rotating.
Nope. It goes all the way to the top and then all the way to the bottom, and you step on.
Then no, I wouldn't know.
I was gonna say, tell me how you would know, and I'll give it to you.
Well, okay. So Leonard would suspect that if a dwarf was getting on it going up, the footprint might be deeper than if might be less deep than if going down.
Okay, got you. Because the centripetal force, force of gravity pushing as the thing raises, causes his footprint to spread out more and put more goodberry juice on it.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me survival for analyzing goodberry juice footprints. You better do real good.
Yeah.
No.
No. All right, fair.
Nope, you don't have a damn. That thought enters your head, and then you look at the elevator as it goes by, and you see the footprints, and you don't have a damn clue.
All right, I'm gonna step on the elevator down.
Do you say one way or the other? Just tell everybody smartly. It went up.
Nope.
You step on the elevator going down?
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody else stepping on the elevator with him, or is Leonard going to ride this one out by himself?
Shrubwad and I join.
2.
I'll join.
1. All right. Elevator's leaving. All right. Then everybody joins. Let me get rid of this. The goodberry juice is gone. All right. You all ride downwards. And you arrive in another room at the bottom. Try to get you all in the room here. You arrive at a room at the bottom, and I'll describe what you see. The elevator shaft terminates in this room. A large stone wheel next to the iron cage turns constantly. The wheel is like a flywheel that the elevator is running on. There are a couple of doors to your immediate west here.
Zaria will step through.
Okay, you open the doors.
Right quick before we leave this room.
Okay.
I take one of my pikes and jam it in the flywheel to stop the elevator from moving. Or I try to, at least.
Okay. What kind of pike are you using? Like your...
strong ironwood.
Like, so one of your,
really strong.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to. The lance is my friend. I don't want to use the lance, and I certainly don't want to use Dust Crusher.
I wasn't aware that you had pikes. I thought you just had a lance and Dust Crusher.
Nope, I've got pikes.
How many pikes do you have?
A dozen.
No.
I don't know. 6, whatever the standard complement is.
The standard number of pikes?
Yeah, the regulation.
Just the number of pikes that your average guy has.
What's the regulation number of pikes I have?
Let's see for the Order of Sylvanus. What did they send me with? I will say 3. We'll say 3.
Roll me a d6.
Okay.
And then we'll put it to the hands of fate. Roll a d6. You got 3.
Okay.
All right, you shove one of your pikes in there, and how hard are you pushing it in there? Roll me strength. See if you can.
Can I help with this with my?
How are you helping?
I have a belt of hill giant strength, so I'm going to
just jamming it in there.
Are you going to be the one? Are you going to say, "Let me do it"? I've got this belt that makes me real strong, or are you just going to assist Granite Guts?
So Jeff, I can roll things that use strength, but I don't have a good way of like actually click rolling strength itself.
That's strange. Okay, then roll me athletics.
Okay.
There is no flywheel that can't be stopped with a number 14 pike and a good strong arm.
That's what Grandma Granite Guts always used to tell me.
Harkus is helping. Take advantage.
That's what I'm talking.
Those are the guns right there.
With a 21, there is an awful sound, and the as that happens, all of a sudden the chain sounds just come to a like crashing stop, and there's quite a loud that happens, and some soot and dust comes flying out from the bottom of this thing. But that flywheel has stopped, and that elevator.
Jeff, at this point, I begin to wonder what the possibility is that this elevator system was tied into some of the other functions of the.
I begin to wonder how the hell you're going to get out of here.
There's another elevator there too,
and I still have 2 more pikes. We're fine.
And I've still got a belt of hill giant strength.
I climbed the 100-foot wall. No. You have thoroughly destroyed this flywheel. This elevator will take a month to repair by an elevator specialist. They're going to have to call Otis.
We do. I mean, we do have an artificer. And I've got tinkerer's tools, so I'm pretty sure we get it.
Zarya opens the door.
Pretty good.
Meanwhile, Zarya opens the door.
Zarya opens the door as you're doing this dumb thing. And as you do that, there are two Dwergar in that room that heard this thunk. And they have drawn weapons and are staring at you all. And they shout something like pikes. They shout something in Dwergarish. What do you do?
It's just these 2 dudes.
Yes. Give me just one moment.
Don't forget we've got the voucher from what's her name.
She did give you a letter of recommend.
Anybody speak Dwergar?
You can hear through here the sounds of like horrible like forging noises in the distance. And the sound of the distant elevator happening way out there. But yeah, they shout at you something in like Dwarvish or Dwergar and have weapons drawn. I'm just giving you the what do you do opportunity. There's only these 2 guys here.
Who's got the letter?
Okay, I got the letter. Or do I have the letter?
One of you does.
Somebody's got the letter, but I don't speak Dwergar. The only Dwergar I know is Grandolfa.
Grandolfa spoke common.
All right. So, I guess I'll just tell them, hey, we've got a letter. We've got a letter of recommend from Grandolfa. And while this is happening, I'm reaching into my little side pocket where I have put my good berries from Shrubwad.
Yep.
And have kind of got a few of them in my hand. I'm not doing anything with them yet. I'm just sort of holding on to them in my pouch.
When you say Grandolfa, they both look at each other, and then they look at you, and they look at each other. Like they didn't understand anything you said, but they did catch the word Grandolfa, and they go, Grandolfa. And the other one says Grandolfa. And then they sort of lower their weapons.
Okay.
Or they sort of like return them to like neutral position.
And then I'm going to look at Cadillac and be like, please try and speak to them in Dwarvish and see if they understand.
One of them looks at you, Cadillac, and actually says in Dwarvish, "You are with Grandolpha,"
Oh, thank goodness you can speak Dwarvish.
as if to question.
Yes, we are. We're working together towards a common set of goals. So, we would very much appreciate any help you could give us here.
He slaps his chest and does like a must guard pride, and lowers his weapons and says, "You may pass."
Do they have good berry juice on their shoes?
No.
Okay.
Would
you be willing to come with us?
No.
No. Are you guarding that machine?
Yes.
Good news. The machine no longer needs to be guarded.
You've been relieved of duty.
It has suffered a malfunction. A spontaneous malfunction. So there's no need to guard it. So you can join us and our aid of Grandolpha. She would be very proud of you.
Roll persuasion for this eloquent speech that you're giving to two Dwergar that seem to speak. This is like me trying to speak Spanish to someone. I'm like, "Yo quiero como with mio."
And you said that was what?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
I mean, that seems pretty good.
It's pretty good to me too.
Yeah, they'll
I mean, I'm not sure they're the sharpest tools in the shed.
I'm gonna roll I'm gonna roll a Dwergar intelligence check here and see what their thoughts are. One of them walks over and opens this other door, and we're gonna roll an insight check for the Dwergar. Let's see what we get. I don't know if it's gonna roll silently, but I'll tell you if it does what he rolls. He got a 12. So yeah, he goes, okay. Relieved of duty sound good. Relieved of duty sound good.
I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to take my hand out of my pouch and I'm going to offer them some good berries.
He looks at it. Like, you tell him what to do with it, or you like show him to eat it?
I pulled out 3 of them. I eat one of them and I give the other, and I just extend my hand with the other 2.
He takes it and kind of looks at it, puts it in his mouth, and then just goes and like spits it up and like nearly vomits on the floor and goes, surface dwellers. He says in Dwarvish, like, surface people.
Well, it's
I'm going to start whistling.
It's no brain dog, but
he opens the door and one of them sort of walks through into the other room.
All right, I'm just gonna follow that guy.
Yeah. As you walk into this other room, what you see is it is a high hall with arches to the height of 30 feet, and stone steps are leading up to a semicircular dais on the south wall that you just sort of came out of. There is a throne crudely shaped out of black crystal. There are small crackling flames burning in braziers in the room's corners, and slumped near the east wall is a large man made out of what looks like fungus. And there are a bunch of spores floating around the air around it, and there are a bunch of white furry things that are around it collecting the spores, and one of them seems to have like ripped off one of the arms of the fungus man. And some of the white furry things have fungal growths on them, and they have jars, and they're like trying to capture them, the spores in the jars. And that's what you see in this room.
This is not a good place.
It seems to me like now might be a good time for the wizard to cast a fireball.
I
Napalm attack.
assume that the rest of you have come in this room. So Yutara, you're there, so you see all this too. And the other Dwergar man is sort of pushing behind you as you enter the room. And they gave you yeah. So what do you do?
Do they look threatening? Do they know that we're here?
You walk into the room, you have a moment before they notice your presence to take some action as you've entered the room, and these things have given you the open the door for you. So like they haven't had time to assess whether you're a threat or to act threatening to you or not. We're literally in bullet time right now, in the seconds before they've really like taken notice that you've entered the room.
I ask right quick to one of our Dwergar.
No time for questions. You've entered this room. You're in bullet time.
Can I just ask dangerous and point to them?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, they'll notice you have if you ask dangerous, they're going to have had in the time that it would take for you to ask dangerous and for them to answer you, they will have noticed you. So if your plan is I want to get off a surprise attack, then no. You can do that. You can ask dangerous and he'll answer you, but they will have noticed you and the element of surprise is gone.
I will defer to my colleagues.
I'm going to defer to the one with the area of effect spell, but I'm in favor of exploding first and asking questions later.
Yeah.
We're in the bullet time of you open the door.
Mushrooms are always best sauteed.
What is the big creature?
It looks like a giant mushroom man.
He's from The Last of Us.
Is that a Quaggoth?
You never did a nature check to know what a Quaggoth was.
Because we know there are creatures that live down here.
Yeah.
And you know that he was making spore servants out of Underdark monsters and things.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. Yep.
I'm Nature E. Is there a chance that I may know something about this by looking at it?
I'll give you that. You can roll nature. I'll give you that in bullet time. You might be able to know something. Roll nature. You don't.
I'm going to burn my inspiration and try a reroll.
Okay. Do it.
Oh dear.
With a 16, I'll give you this. The white furry things are not something you're familiar with, but they have those spores on them, much like the other undead body things that you encountered before, and they don't look very friendly.
But I don't know anything about the big guy.
But you don't know anything about the big guy. The big guy, one of these things is holding one of the big guy's arms. And the white furry things definitely don't look like friendly creatures.
Yeah, I was hoping to figure out if the big guy is a victim in all this, but I think he may just get napalmed.
So that's what you gather.
Yeah.
I vote for bringing the heat.
It's the wizard's spells and what he wants to do.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
That should get all of them.
All right. Cast Hypnotic Pattern, and that creates sort of like they have to do what? Give me what that spell does real quick.
Wisdom save.
They have to make a wisdom save. All right.
17. Each one of them.
All right, let me just do that real quick. All right, the big guy fails. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the little guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the boss one. I don't know if he's different, so he is different. He is stronger. The boss guy passes. Everything else fails. So four of them fail. One of them passes, and the big guy fails. What does that do?
So the ones that failed see all sorts of twisting patterns of color for 1 minute.
Yeah, so wow. You create twisting patterns of colors through the air in a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment, then vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom save. On failed save, they become charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated as a speed of 0. So they are totally incapacitated. So what was the area that you encompassed this spell in? It would have been like
This
oh, it's a radius spell?
30-foot cube is what it says.
Oh, it's a cube. Okay. All right.
does that get all of them?
I think you can probably get all of them. I'll give you a cube. It's like that is the area you would have cast that in, something like that. That's about 30. That's 25 actually. It's a 25-foot cube, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of them is not hypnotized by it, and all the others just like their eyes just bug out, just and they sort of stop doing what they're doing, and one of them turns and notices all of you.
Can I get a good look at a pelt from here?
It definitely would have a pelt.
Okay. Then I'm ready to go.
Okay. I love it. All right, so what do you do?
I point Dust Crusher at them, and then I make sure that the Dwergar can hear me, and I say, "For Grindolfa."
And they go, "For Grindolfa!" Roll initiative.
Okay, let me click me before I roll. That's okay. I made up for that 22 with a 4 this go round.
Yeah. All right. There's only one that has initiative that has seen you, and it's going to go first.
I had a 10 if it didn't come through.
All right. I'll add you in. So there's only one of these guys that has initiative right now. You're concentrating, so mark yourself as concentrating. And this guy is going to come charging. And he's going to make it all the way to, I think, Zarya. And he's going to try to, I guess, claw at Zarya. This thing is not that intelligent. -2 intelligence. So it's claws at Zarya.
With disadvantage.
The first one is a 21 with disadvantage.
Okay, that hits.
That's 4 slashing. And then the second one without disadvantage is a 24.
Okay, that hits.
For 9 slashing. And Cadillac, you're up.
Okay. I am going to make my way here and then make a couple of swings. And I'm not
Okay.
going to do any buffing for the moment.
Okay. The second one hits.
Okay.
And that does 13 damage to it. It lets out an awful as it does that damage. Zarya, you're up.
Okay. I'm just gonna swing at it with my battle axe.
Okay.
Uh,
That's a miss.
that's all I'm doing.
Yutara, you're concentrating on that spell, but you can do things that don't require your concentration.
Is there actually somewhere in D&D Beyond where you can mark that?
I don't know. I have no idea about D&D Beyond, honestly.
I think you can mark it wherever you can do conditions, but I can never remember where that is.
Yeah, I didn't see it in there.
Oh, no. No, you can't.
Anyway. Okay.
We'll just have to remember you're concentrating.
All right. I'm just concentrating.
Okay.
You could add a little icon to your thing on Roll20 though. Like if you click on your token and then the little circle thing at the bottom, you can add an icon if you want something to remind you.
Yeah, like flag. Whatever you like to remember, you got concentration.
Flag.
But yeah, you're up.
Who's that?
What are you doing, Zarya? I'm sorry, Yutara?
Oh, nothing. I'm just concentrating.
You can still do other things that don't require your concentration. If there is a spell that is not a concentration spell.
Oh.
Just consumes your concentration.
I then could do Firebolt then, right?
Yep, you can do that.
All right.
That's a hit. And as you firebolt, it lets out another screech. Harkus, you're up.
All right, I'm going to move up here and swing with my staff. Oh,
That's a big old crit.
okay. So, all right. What do I need to do for the crit damage? Because I'm just rolling these.
Okay, so
That's right.
it is 2d8 plus 6 plus 4d6.
Okay, so
So if you wanted to do it in the dice roller, it's 2d8 plus 6.
okay, plus
4d6.
how many d6?
4.
4d6. Okay, so I don't have the plus 6 added to this, but they're so 34.
All right. Yeah. It like slaps down on the ground as it takes 34 damage, and it's like lets out a terrible wail and is down on the ground in front of you.
Okay, so I also, let me see, where did this go? So I have Crusher Critical,
Uh-huh.
that when I do a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage,
Yeah.
attack rolls against that creature are at advantage until the start of my next turn.
Oh wow, so everybody has advantage on him. So everybody waylay on that dude.
So I'll swing at him a second time.
But you have advantage.
Yeah, still 16.
16 is a hit.
All right, so then 8.
Okay, looks pretty bad.
And then I think that's all I'm going to do.
Okay.
I don't really feel like sort of touching him with my bare hands.
Leonard, you're up.
Right. I think I'll do.
The firebolt hits.
You have advantage too. You can roll a second one to see if you crit.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, let me do that. Nope.
Okay.
Crit failed. All right. 16 plus 6 fire damage, 22 fire damage.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, with 22 fire damage, this thing stops breathing and moving. Right as it does, since it has been one round, it took you guys all of one round to take it down. As that happens, the two doors to the north swing open as you've made colossal amounts of sound. And the door to the south east swings open. And as that happens, 4 more of these things come charging out of that door. These are not covered in the spores that the other ones are. And they are careful to avoid the area of hypnotic pattern. And come charging out that way. And multiple Dwergar come charging out this way. Again, avoiding the area of hypnotic pattern. And they're all going to roll initiatives.
Can we, as the other Dwergar come in, can we yell for Grindalfa?
Yeah, none of these Dwergar seem to be for Grindalfa. Although I do like that for Grindalfa. The other Dwergar that are with you, your friend Dwergars, I'm going to let them join the action now as you yell for Grindalfa. So 2 of you can command a Dwergar and tell it what to do. So you just tell me who you want them to attack and what you want them to do, and I'll do it. I'll give 1 to Granite Guts and 1 to, I guess, maybe Harkus.
Okay.
I've always wanted a Dwergar sidekick.
You have a Dwergar sidekick now. Congratulations. It's amazing.
I'm growing a platoon.
I mean,
These
at this point, we have to console Shrubwad. He's gonna feel inadequate.
Yeah, no kidding. As more creatures burst into the room from around, as you've made noise and you go, for Grandalfa, the ones behind you go, for... My video went out. The ones behind you go, for Grandalfa! And they draw their weapons. One of these Dwergars up first. What's he gonna do? He's gonna charge up on old Cadillac, and he's gonna take a swing at old Cadillac with a war pick. 21, baby.
That hits.
The damage is not rolling for this for some reason. This one is broken. So I'm just gonna have to roll it here. It rolls 8 piercing damage. And it's your turn, Cadillac.
Okay. Let's see here. This might be the time to start buffing. I am...
And you have command of the Dwargar behind you.
Yeah. So, let's see. I believe.
I'm gonna flag your friends here that are in on the Musgart conspiracy.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield of Faith, and give myself an extra 2 to AC to begin with here as a bonus action, and then I'm going to go ahead and attack the Dwargar that's right on my doorstep here.
Okay.
And I'm going to give 2 swings with Dust Crusher.
Okay. Oh, dang. Yeah, both of them's hit. One-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed.
All right, so 25.
And then my ally joins in as well, with bloodlust glittering in his eyes and a hearty for Grandolpha on his lips.
Yeah, he says, "For Grandolpha!" And he brings down his war pick on the other Dwargar and misses. Oh, actually gets 2 attacks. Misses.
We won't tell Grandolpha.
No kidding. The monster thing leaps over and attacks Yatara. And claws at Yatara. Oh no, he hits twice, 23 and 22. For 13 slashing to Yatara. Yatara, make me 2 Constitution saving throws, please. All right, you managed to maintain concentration on the hypnotic pattern, but you did take the damage. Zarya, you're up.
Okay. Sorry, too many options. All right. I think that I will attempt. No, I'm just gonna attack. That's all right. I'm going to center a shatter. I think I can do it in this square right here and get 3 of them without hitting anybody in my party.
Okay.
So it is a con save. The DC 15.
2 pass.
Okay.
We'll say back one, back left, back right, and then so the passers get half that?
Yes.
Okay. -7. That one takes the full brunt, -14. And then the one next to you, the one that just got hit by Cadillac, he falls over dead as grasping his head. And you hear, "For Grandolpha!"
That is all I'm doing, my turn.
Okay. This Dwargar's up, and he's going to attack the other Dwargar. And he hits him for 10 piercing damage. Yatara, you're up.
That's these
You have a
two.
Quaggoth on you.
Let's see. These
It
two
defi-
down.
It definitely has a pelt. I don't know if it's a pelt you would want.
The two
Here's what
that
it
are
looks like.
up. I'm gonna do acid splash on those 2.
Okay.
Well, now I don't want it.
Well, the one that's near me, I'm not gonna hit it. It's the other 2 that are huddled up.
Like there's 3, so these 2 back here.
those two.
Okay. Acid Splash. Okay, both of these fail. They're each going to take 7. And they let out some horrible sounding screeches. It's their turns. Now, the back one is going to come flying forward. And it's going to attack the thing that Acid Splashed it. Oh dear. So it crits on you for 13 slashing damage. And then it rolls a 22 for its second attack for 7.
That's it.
You down?
I'm down.
And concentration on the hypnotic pattern is lost as Guitarra goes unconscious. Gents, we may be in trouble here. I liked the fireball plan. All right. One of the Quaggoths is up next, and what's it going to do? It's going to charge over and attack Harkus. And Harkus, it is a 12 and a 13. Does that hit you?
Nope.
2 misses. Harkus, you're up.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna swing at the guy in front of me.
Okay. Hits. Okay, 12. All right. That's a hit. -8.
And then I'm gonna flurry of blows him as well.
Okay. Punch, punch, punch. Hit. Okay. And that is a hit. Takes him out. Falls over dead. Pelt for you.
And then can I have my Dwergar?
Yep. What do you want him to do?
I guess I'm gonna have him come up here and attack this Dwergar.
Okay.
I would
He'll do
like
it.
for him to
I said he'll do it. He has the ability to enlarge too if you want him to biggie size.
That was what I was
himself.
about to say. I'd kind of like for him to be biggie sized.
It is an action to biggie size himself. You want to do that or you want him to hit?
Let's let him hit this time, and then we'll sort of biggie size next time if the others.
Okay.
Afraid if he biggie sizes that we'll set off a cascade of supersized Dwergar. So.
All right. He smacks him real good and hard. Back Quaggoth is up. And it's going to run over and attack Harkus. Or no, I guess Cadillac. Kind of already got one on you. Cadillac, it rolls a 12 and
Does not
a
hit.
24.
Oh, that hits.
6 slashing.
Okay.
Leonard, you're up.
All right. There's a lot of people.
It is. There's a lot.
So I'm gonna summon my drone.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay. Where's it going?
Here.
Okay.
And then drone is going to do the droney thing and shoot out some fire.
At those 3 Dwergar?
I can move the drone now.
Yeah.
Yeah. At these 3 without hitting Cadillac.
All right. So they've got to make
Dex
3
save.
dex saves.
The ones with the fist are the good ones.
Yeah, the fists are the good ones. So are you going after the 3 at the far here?
I can get 2 of those.
All right, so we got an 11 and we got an 18 then.
Oh, well, one of them takes 6 damage and the other takes 3 damage.
All right, you take one of them out. The other one, not so much. Any movement or anything, Leonard?
I'm just gonna move, like, in case anybody has area of effect stuff.
All right.
Into the corner.
Cadillac, you're up. I hope you've got healing word or something, Cadillac.
I have something that is sort of the polar opposite of healing word. I have
Killing blow.
I have branding smite. And so I'm going to say a prayer to Sylvanus, and with his name on my lips, the next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack, before the spell ends, and it lasts for an entire minute, my Dust Crusher will gleam with radiance, and my attack will deal 2 extra d6.
Ooh, nice.
So
is that a bonus action?
It is pretty darn good, and you know what? That's the glorious thing about this. It is indeed a bonus action.
All right.
This is one of my handy dandy new level 2 abilities.
Okay.
And so I am going to swing with Dusk Crusher here to I think it's going to have to be down. It's going to have to be down here. So I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to swing with Dust Crusher to this guy right here.
Okay.
And 1 attack.
Hits.
And so how are you going to rule the branding smite? Is it per hit or is it in aggregate?
What was the text of it? To each of your attacks?
The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack.
Nope, each time. Next time you hit it?
I was hoping that's what you'd say.
Yeah, that's the cool way.
Okay. I agree. That is the cool way.
All right, you get it for each.
Okay.
So 15 or whatever plus your... Holy damn. It lets out a horrible screech and kind of like... Not dead.
He's not dead. Okay, well then I'm going to attack again.
Okay. It's dead now.
Is there a chance that I swung with such a wide arc that I may have nicked to the other guy? I guess not.
That's a hard no.
Yeah. Well, I helped.
Here's the question.
You got your Dwergar.
Here's the question: Is this thing smart enough that it's gonna coup de grace the wizard, or is it gonna attack Zarya, the threat?
So right quick, my Dwergar spends his turn going biggie size.
Okay.
And he does it like in Hulk mode, yelling Grindolfa's name.
Grindolfa! Yeah, yours is this one. So he's, he biggie sizes himself.
Yeah, I think it's time to get serious.
All right, the Quaggoth that just killed the wizard is on top of the wizard. He has -2 intelligence. I'm gonna roll and see if he coup de grace the wizard or if he attacks. I'm putting it up to fate. Does he coup de grace the wizard or not? Oh my gosh. Wizard, what is... He has advantage on you because you're unconscious. What is your AC?
16.
16. So a 10 misses. So with advantage, he misses his coup de grace attempt on the first attack. The second attack is a 23. Wizard, mark 2 failed death saves. As the thing is on top of you, just attempting to essentially murder you. Zarya, you're up.
Hmm.
The wizard is clearly dead the next round.
Yeah, that kind of changes what I was planning on doing. Have either of these taken hits at all? The two that are in front of me?
Yes. The one that is nearest you has taken hits. The one that is eating the wizard has not.
Okay. Okay. I very much want to do crowd control here, but I can't. Bonus action.
If you can go ahead and deal with them, I can get to the wizard.
No, not in time. They fail a death saving throw, they're done.
Oh yeah, he's up next. Yeah.
Yep. Bonus action, healing word.
All right.
Action, toll the dead on the motherfucker in front of me.
Okay. How much points does Yutara get back first? And then I'll roll that wisdom save for this Quaggoth.
Sure.
It fails its wisdom save. Yutara, you are conscious, no longer making any death saves. You have 3 hit points.
I love you.
13. 13. This sucker looks real bad. It isn't dead, but it looks real bad now.
Okay. That is my turn.
All right. One of the Dwergar is up, and it's going to just try to war pick at your allies that it's next to. Hit and a miss. And it hits your ally guy for 8 piercing damage. Yatara, you're conscious. A thing is on you you're on the ground and it's sort of on top of you trying to eat you. But you're conscious and you can stand up and do something with your action.
Does it have initiative next?
No.
Which one has initiative next after me?
The one that Zarya just told the dead on.
Here we go. Okay.
If you hover your mouse over them on the initiative tracker, it'll highlight which one is up.
Okay. Okay. that's directly in front of me.
Yes.
Help. I'm just gonna pop it with magic missile. Third
Pow,
level.
pow, 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 pow.
Is that 2, 5, 5?
Okay.
Come through. Oh, it did that time.
Yeah. It gets popped for a good amount of damage and kind of like staggers backwards a little bit, but it's not dead. The one next to you, Zarya, is going to attack you. Its disadvantaged attack is a 16. Does that hit?
It does not.
And a 13, so it misses both of its attacks. Harkus is up.
All right.
Harkus and his Dwergar. $16 against which one?
This guy.
Okay, that is a hit. One that was told earlier. Okay. That is enough to take it out. It is dead.
And then I'm going to move down here onto this one.
That hits. It is not dead.
And then I will flurry of blows that guy.
Okay. Hits. Hits and hits. 2 hits. Okay. Oh man, you punch it to death. You just double fist it.
And then my Dwergar is going to go after the one right in front of him.
Okay. Hits him once. For 7 damage. One of the Dwergar is up, and he's going to charge over and try to war pick at your biggie-sized one, I think. And he misses both times. Leonard, you and your laser beam are up.
All right. Laser beam is going to hit these 2 bad guys again.
Okay.
Hopefully for more than last time.
They both fail their dex saves.
Okay, 13 fire damage to each of them.
Kills him, and that one is still alive, but not looking great. But bad news, the other monsters that were next to the giant thing that were covered in spores that were hypnotized all have shaken their heads as the hypnotic pattern has disappeared, and they stare at all of you. And the big mushroom guy just sort of stands there and seems to kind of cower a bit. But So
to clarify, the spores do not look like they are quite friendly with the big mushroom guy.
Not right now. Not right now.
Okay. Then with Leonard's action,
they all turn and sort of stare at y'all.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I am going to cast, let's see, Scorching Ray.
Okay. At which one? At what?
Oh, I have to cast it 3 times. At one at each of these.
Okay. I love it.
So that's the first one. And the second one and the third one.
All 3 hit.
Oh, and I think so. Let me read you what my artificer magic does, and you tell me if it applies to one or all.
Okay.
Where's my? Okay. You can use your arcane firearm as a spell casting focus when you cast an artificer. Oh, to one of the spell's damage rolls. It tells me. So that I'm going to add 7 damage to the 10 damage roll.
Okay. The one that you rolled with 10 damage for 17 damage, it's the one in the back, and it looks absolutely awful. Bits of it are falling off with the fungal pieces, and it looks like it's starting to kind of bloat a bit. Cadillac, you're up.
Okay. So I am going to move into the middle of this situation over here.
Okay.
And I am going to say another prayer to Sylvanus.
Please do.
And invoke Divine Smite.
Okay.
On top of the Branding Smite.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a swing at this guy to my north.
Okay.
And pray to Sylvanus.
Okay.
In his leafy goodness I hit.
Okay.
And so let me pull up actions. All right. Fire 1.
Hits.
Okay. So we're going to roll the Divine Smite. That's 2d8. I'm only using one level, the first level spell slot.
Okay.
And so then we're also going to pile on 2d6.
Okay.
In addition to the 2-handed Dust Crusher.
It dies.
Okay.
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
As it explodes next to you.
Saves, dex save.
As it goes kaboom right next to you. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. You take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Oh, not that bad. Just merely a flesh wound. Okay, so I'm going to, in my fury, swing back around and then hit the other guy, or swing at the other guy, I should say.
Okay.
And we'll try to do this all over again. Yes.
Yep. It's dead. It's dead, Jim. Make that dex save, baby.
Oh, I was all excited to roll more.
Yeah, roll your dice. Please roll your dice. I want to see how much it's going to be.
All right. So that's going to be 2d6. And then roll 2d8.
18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 23?
Yes.
Or no, you did... you were doing two-handed.
Yes, two-handed.
So it's even more. 27. Yeah, it explodes in front of you. Roll me a dex save.
Okay. Saves and dex.
That'll save.
Better.
That'll save. You don't take any damage. No damage. Got out of the way.
And let's see. I started here. I think 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that's as far as I can go. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Zarya.
Oh, hold on. My let's not forget my Dwergar guy. He gets
you got the big Dwergar.
Yeah. He's going to fire at the guy at his doorstep.
Yeah, he just frickin' brings him down.
Good.
That is 2d. That kills him. That takes down the other Dwergar. Zari is up.
Okay. A lot just happened. How's everybody looking? I know Yatara is not great, but how's everybody else looking?
Sort of, kind of okay.
I'm at 23.
Okay.
Not good, not bad.
Okay. I feel like this is a wasted spell slot, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, I'm going to... Okay, so far this big guy doesn't appear to be adversarially...
No, he doesn't seem to be
inclined.
He doesn't seem to be inclined to be hostile towards you, really.
Okay. All right, I think I can go... that's the measuring tool. That's not the movement tool. I think that I can get here. And I'd like to throw up Spirit Guardians. And I'm selecting all of my allies as people not affected. I'm not selecting the big guy, but if he walks within a 15-foot radius, he will get hit by it. And I'm hoping to be able to hit anything that like decides it wants to walk within it. So essentially I'm moving up and then creating a barrier between my allies and the ones that are remaining.
15-foot radius. That's it's a big radius, yo.
Yeah, but I can also select my allies as not being affected.
That's like a 10-foot radius, so it's like one more square.
So essentially, if like they try to come up and attack Cadillac down here, I think I can get them.
Yeah, so it's like that right there. Actually, it may even be bigger than that. It is bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's basically like this whole roof.
So
I'm deliberately trying not to get this guy.
Yeah, so you're like here.
Right.
Well, I've made it probably too big, but it depends on how you measure this. Yeah, I'd say that's 15-foot radius, yeah.
Okay. That's all I'm doing with my action.
And that does not affect us when we move in and out of it.
Nope.
Correct. I could. Yeah, I designate you as safe, essentially,
Okay.
when I cast it.
Yatara is up.
The one that's in the far corner.
Yep.
Northeast corner. I'm just gonna pop it with a firebolt.
The top or the bottom?
Top. North.
Okay. Do it. Hits. All right. Any movement or anything?
I'm gonna stay there.
Harkus, you're up.
Right. Yep, I can get that. All right. I'm just gonna walk up on this guy and I'm gonna start smacking him.
Okay. That's a hit. Okay, he explodes in front of you. Roll me a dex save. Takes 7 bludgeoning damage from the explosion.
About all I can do for it. Oh, my Dwergar sort of
He's still under your command.
okay. I don't know how far he can get.
He has 25 feet of movement.
How much?
25 feet of movement.
Okay. Does he have any ranged anything he can throw at this guy?
He has a crossbow.
Okay, well let's fire the crossbow at that guy.
All right. Heavy crossbow is a 12. That's a miss. It's this thing's turn. Now, is it only if it ends its turn in the space that the Spirit Guardians? Or is it if it enters the space?
It's either starts its turn or enters the area for the first time.
Okay.
Also, an affected creature while within that area, their speed is halved.
Okay. It jumps onto the walls and skitters across the wall. And then leaps down on top of Harkus and attacks him. Does a 16 hit you?
Yep.
That is 4 slashing. Does a 13 hit? So 4 slashing. Leonard, you're up.
All right. Leonardo going to I guess move my I can't see through my drone, so he's gonna stay over here. And then I'm gonna aim at this last guy with a firebolt snipe. That hit 16
Yes.
for 2 plus 4, 6 fire damage.
All right. Takes it like a champ. Cadillac, you're up.
Okay. I am going to move here and take a swing. Okay, so there's something I want to do. I want to use my the ring I got from the druid tree some time ago.
Yeah.
It enables me to talk to plants.
Yeah.
Is that going to take an action, a full action, or is that a bonus action?
Probably an action.
How's this thing doing in front of us?
The Quaggoth?
The Quaggoth. How's he looking?
50%.
I'm gonna take a gamble here. I am going to shake Dust Crusher menacingly at the Quaggoth, and then reach out my hand to the big guy here who I presume is trembling, and
Yeah.
I say, stay where you are. We will not harm you. Do not move. We will do what we can to help you.
And it says, I am Plurota.
We will speak in a minute, Plurota. Our hammers are busy. Pleasure
Okay.
to meet you.
I am Plurota. And what do you... And, okay. Zarya, you're up. Basically, you cast the spell, Speak with Plants.
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at. I don't want to risk harming this other thing, but I will toll the dead on the one remaining.
Okay.
Wisdom 15.
Fails.
Okay.
Not bad, but not great. Still alive.
Okay. That's
Squishy Wizard, you're up.
I'm just going to pop it with Firebolt again.
That hits. $12 damage. Harkus, you're up.
All right, I'm going to do what I do.
Hits. Arcus, as you bring down your staff upon it, it explodes in front of you. Both you and Granite Guts, please make dex saves.
I knew that was coming.
Yep.
Oh no.
Granite Guts, you take 10 bludgeoning damage. Arcus, you're okay. As all the enemies have passed, and things are relatively silent. Granite Guts, I don't know if you're still alive.
I'm at 13.
Larota turns over to you and says, "Thank you."
I'm sorry for the situation that you're in. Where did you come from?
I come from the deep. And the Dwergar both look at all of you and they go, "For Grandalfa!"
I raise my hammer in the air and then I sort of absentmindedly say, "For Grandalfa."
Plurota looks over at all of you and says, "You are injured."
We are. Can you provide aid?
Do you trust?
Can I pick up her arm and give it back to her? Didn't the guy like
Yes.
snatch her
Yes,
arm?
yes, he was holding his arm. You pick up his arm. It's like a mushroom piece, like a piece of fungus. And he looks over at you and he says to Granite Guts, now none of you can understand what he's saying, only Granite Guts. And he says, "Come." And he starts to shake and a bunch of like spores start to fall out of him. What do you all do?
I turn to everybody and I say, I think his intent is good and I think he can help us. And I trust him.
I'm already 99% crazy anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and
Here's the question, I think, for Harkus is, does it have a pelt?
yeah.
It's a mushroom.
I think at this point I'm sort of busily going after whatever the thing is that I just fell on the ground and sort of breathing as hard as a half orc can breathe and probably just inadvertently inhale the spores anyway.
Okay. All right, so you inhale the spores. Granite Guts, you inhale the spores. What do the rest of you do? You dropping the Spirit Guardians?
No, I've got it for 10 minutes and I'm running out of spell slots. So if everybody else wants to heal themselves without me using a spell slot, by all means, but I'm staying where I'm at.
Yatara, what are you doing? And what are you doing, Leonard?
I'm going to go for a magic rod.
I'm going to keep my drone around.
Okay.
Drone's not going anywhere.
You're gathering under the mushroom and inhaling the spores? Are you, Leonard?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I trust this mushroom creature.
Those of you that gathered under the mushroom and inhaled the spores, he casts Mass Cure Wounds on you all. 24 points of healing.
Yes.
And that, gentlemen, is where we will wrap it up for tonight.
As I sort of feel significantly better, can I just sort of like take the arm back and like try and stick it in a bag?
Wait, so you're trying to take the belt?
I'm like, oh wait, never mind. Just kidding.
I love the scene though of Harkus like trying to bag it up.
Sticking it under his shirt,
That was
So I
great.
snapping a little fungus finger off of it, saving it for a rainy day.
So I right quick ask him, I activate the ring and I say, do you have any spores of mass cure spell slots?
He looks over at you and he says, "No."
You are a friend, and we will try to be a friend to you.
He looks over at all of you and he says, "I shall travel home from where I came, in the deep."
Can I just ask if he has any of those spores that we could like put in a pouch with us?
He looks at you and he says, "No."
Has anybody used a 3rd level spell slot? This
yeah.
fight?
Yeah, you
Yes.
cast a magic missile at 3rd level.
I also used it.
Okay, because I have, as one of my artificer infusions, a spell refueling ring
Ooh.
that can be used to recover 1 expended spell slot as an action, 3rd level or lower. Once used, the ring can't be used again until the next dawn. And I don't have 3rd level spells, so while I created it selfishly, it's less helpful for me and probably more helpful for one of you.
Yeah, I just used it for Spirit Guardians, but yeah.
So you still got that for 10 minutes, so charge into the other room and Spirit Guardian away. The other Dwargar look at you all and they go, "For Gandalfa!"
For Gandalfa.
And we'll figure out what happens for Gandalfa next time. I thought you guys were toasted. That was a ton of fun.
Too.
That was a ton of fun. I thought we were about to have a TPK, but you managed to pull it out somehow. I don't really know how. I really thought the tide was turning when the wizard went down, that you guys were dead.
It's 31 flavors of Smite.
Well, I will say this: Cadillac has given his tank isn't empty, but we're he's done his bid for king and country in Sylvanas. He's run through a lot of his tricks.
Well, we'll see what happens when you get to Zardoc the Great.
Arcus is trying to figure out if he's got any of those pieces of those suits of armor that they beat up upstairs that he can just piece together to increase his AC from 15 because he's tired of getting smacked around.
Hey, those who smack hard get smacked back.
Yes.
Y'all did great. That was awesome. We'll see you guys on the 15th. Good night, everybody.
Hi, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.